what do you think will be the main kind of storylines that carry over from Miami to Spain?
I think it's still going to be the whole battle between Max and Charles, especially now with the points gap coming down slowly.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, will Max's momentum continue on? And I think it's mainly just going to be that, like those two. And I think a little bit of Mercedes as well.
Yeah.
Like, will they get...
And George and Lewis and how that ended. And
yeah. Because Lewis has got very unlucky, especially coming like against George. I feel like safety cars have really helped George a lot.
Definitely.
So I feel like those two will be the biggest topics talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sorry, go ahead.
No, that'll probably be all season long, I would say. I wouldn't even say that's just for this half.
Yeah, so there's a few unique things about Spain. I was trying to look back to like last season. One race that stood out to me as being kind of, people had quite low expectations before it, and it turned out really cool, was France, where there was a really, like, everyone was going into it like, well, this track has kind of sucked before. We don't expect good racing here. And there's a similar attitude towards Spain. It used to be because they would do a lot of testing there, and everyone kind of came in with very well prepared cars, and there wasn't so much uncertainty going into it. But I feel like with the way these cars behave on track now, how good they are at close racing, even in Miami, you know, we saw the cars are quite happy to be 0.8 of a second behind as opposed to like 1.4 seconds behind, where it is a little bit more exciting when they're a bit closer. If that carries over to Spain, then the midfield battle could get pretty exciting too, right? Beyond just the front two.
Yeah.
I think though, because they can race so close together, though, we're seeing a lot of like DRS trains, and that can kind of, like, it's interesting. Like, you like seeing them close together, but when there's 4 cars just stuck in a DRS train for
6-7 laps,
you kind of like, right, come on, like something else.
Yeah.
So I don't know. With Spain, I kind of have the same thought process that I did last year going into it. Like, I'm not expecting much, but I do hope it turns out well.
Yeah, so it's kind of a reverse of, I don't know, it has the opportunity to reverse Miami, right? Because Miami expectations are so high, the race it failed. I don't know. It's wrong to say it failed, because I know, like, statistics wise for viewership, it was great. Everyone, like, it was the most watched like live sporting event in America that day, which is a hugely competitive market, you know. But in terms of like how many fans it's going to kind of convert to the rest of the season when they're all going to get, you know, invested in Formula One properly, it can be hard to see, you know, like how many people that watched their first ever Formula One race at Miami are then now going to watch Spain and be like, oh, well, this is just a bit underwhelming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I hope it surprises us. That's what I hope. I hope it is action-packed in a way. Like, I hope we do see a lot. But then again, if it is boring and dull, like, what you expect? Not every race is going to be
action. Yeah, exactly.
I'm still going to have to find something to talk about, so I'm hoping there'll be something interesting going on. But a big talking. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying there definitely will, even if it's not on track. We'll find something off track to talk about.
Yeah, that's true. It could be the press conference where we have the most action. Helmut Marko will say something to get himself in trouble.
Yeah.
A big thing that happens with Spain, I think, everyone looks, because Spain and Monaco are always right next to each other in the calendar, everyone takes the like third sector of Spain. It's very slow speed, very high downforce kind of dependent. Everyone takes that over then to Monaco, and like whoever's best in the third sector in Spain will carry over to Monaco. So I think that's, like, I don't know, that journalists, all the pundits always say that's like how they practice for Monaco, is almost that time in the Spanish like third sector of the track, because it's just sort of a wiggly like chicane bit, and everyone thinks if they're good through there, they'll be good through all the corners in Monaco, because it's like the most similar thing.